Hi, friends and subscribers. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I really wanted to make videos regularly, but you know how life goes. I really wasn't able to. I was in different places, moving up and down, and had some stress here and there, but basically everything's blessed, everything's fine. Um, I just felt the need to talk about past traumatic, what I'm call it, post-traumatic stress syndrome, concerning people who were in the military, or yeah, who were in the military, who've been to war and had to kill people and stuff. I don't want to talk much and long about it because I haven't been in the military. But I know some people, and some people who were close to me, and people who are close to me who are married to men and women who were in the military, and how I think a lot of times it's underestimated what these people carry with them coming from being in the military. I remember as a child when I watched anything military on TV and a movie that had something about military in it, I was very turned off of it. I always thought it just looked cold and like a place where I would never want to be. And then, of course, war, fighting, killing, um, which is not, I'm a rather peaceful person. And then fighting and killing for something that is not really your personal fight, like, you know. And then in the case of black people, now on top of that, fighting a fight that is not even to your benefit, you know. So that alone can make you go crazy. But that nobody ever really, I mean, people do talk about it, just probably not where I am from and the people I hang out with and the information I surround myself with. It's just lately because I've heard so much about it and experienced it myself with people in my near environment, how some serious mental issues and changes can occur if you don't deal with the stress of being in the military. Even after years and years, like 10, 20 years after that, you can still, if you don't deal with it, if you don't look for help, you know, specialists who help you and live a certain lifestyle, that stuff can just break you down. People will have flashes after years still, and will just switch, like kind of like a schizophrenic kind of thing, like the nicest and sweetest people who are really nice and sweet in the essence of their person, of their heart. But something just switches in their head. Maybe, I mean, most of the time, it is what I've found out. It's either if you have a lot of information gathered in your head and you're battling with some kind of insecurities at the same time. Those people can end up being what we call crazy, you know. And then that mixed with some kind of trauma. Yeah, a lot of times it's, you know, I always say how genius and madness is close to one another. Most of the time these people are very intelligent. And yeah, when you're like schizophrenic and you start to hear voices. I used to just for a short while work in a like a month work in a home for mentally disturbed teenagers and young adults, and there were a few of them who heard voices in their who would hear voices and their voices would tell them what to do, you know. And it can just be something very, yeah, and when, yeah, where I wanted to go, sorry. When you are battling with some kind of insecurity about yourself, you don't find yourself attractive enough, maybe being black or being white or being Chinese or whatever, being too fat, being too old, some kind of insecurity. You know, I don't have to explain what insecurity is. And that mixed with hearing voices in your head. You know, you start thinking everybody is looking at your insecurity, or everybody's thinking about what your insecurity is, even though they don't have no clue what your personal insecurity is. But you see it in everybody's face or hear it in everybody's speech. And then you, who really, you know, don't know nothing about it, can fall as a, you know, in the fire of somebody who has to battle with this kind of trauma, and mixes up their insecurity and projects it on you. And all this fear and anger they kind of try to put into you, you know. Some serious issues. I don't have the vocabulary to explain to the fullest what I'm trying to say and what I mean. I'm just very, because I just lately made an experience with that, and I was very frightened by it. Like, I'm not the type of person who will be like, if somebody attacks me, somebody who's close to me, I mean, if a random person, not physically attacks me, but verbally attacks me, I'm not very much known for quick responses. I think about stuff weeks. Like, I think about it and think about it, and then maybe a week later, I come back with the best response, but it's kind of too late. I think too much. I'm a thinker, you know. I'm a very quiet and calm person. So sometimes, in a situation where I'm attacked verbally, especially by somebody who means something to me, if it's somebody who don't mean nothing to me, I might be quicker. But if it's somebody who means something to me and I actually don't want to hurt their feelings, or I'm just so shocked where this comes from now, I would just be like, and kind of don't know what to say, and just be very frightened and insecure, you know, not knowing what to say. Because sometimes in an argument, you hope to be able to reconcile by not saying things that will hurt the other person, but they might start saying things that hurt you. And if you go to that level now as well, the chances for reconciliation just, you know, go lower and lower and lower. So these are all these things I consider before I give a response. So that's why I'm slow in responses in a fight where it gets emotional and my heart starts racing and all these thoughts going through my mind. So I just don't like to fight because I don't say things that I regret later. I just end up saying nothing and just being like, so I just yeah, made some serious experiences with somebody who I had as a good friend of mine, and I just hope that that person will get well soon, because that person has so much to offer to the world. Brilliant, brilliant person, full of love and full of beauty outside and inside. Bless.